Hello there and welcome. My name is Kate. Thank you so much for joining me for this yin class today. This is a morning wake-up yin class that's going to help to feel energizing and get you ready for your day. For class today, you'll need 2 blocks and a blanket, so go grab your props and then meet me on the mat. The first pose that we're going to look at today is heart bench. It's a heart opening pose to really help wake up the energy in the body. You'll take 1 block on its highest setting, and the other block on the second medium setting, long ways facing the top block. From there, you'll come to sit with both feet out in front of you. You can use your thumbs to adjust the placement of the bottom block, and you want the bottom edge to catch right below the tips of your shoulder blades, and the middle part to support the upper back right between your shoulder blades. You'll come to lay back with your head on the top block, so it's right at the base of your skull, slightly tilting your chin towards your chest, and then place both of your hands by your sides. You have 2 choices with your legs. You can either take your feet out wide, let your knees come into center, and let the weight of your legs support each other. Or if it's okay on your low back, you'll extend your legs out long, and then just let them fully release and fall wherever they may. Take a full breath in through your nose. Exhale and sigh it out your mouth. Let's do 2 more together just like that. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth, exhale. Good. 1 more breath. In through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out your mouth. And then allow your breath to move in and out through your nose. And imagine that with each breath in, you could expand your body in all directions and take up as much space as you possibly can. And then with each breath out, you allow your body to move back in towards center, so that the body almost operates like a balloon, inflating with each inhale and deflating with each exhale. Feel your breath move from the soles of your feet up through the crown of your head, so that as you rest here on these blocks, supported by the ground beneath you, you're also able to bring energy into your body with each breath in and each breath out. In order to move throughout our day, ready to handle whatever lies ahead, it's helpful to bring the body and the mind to a place of openness, neutrality, where we're able to welcome in the lessons we need to learn, knowing that we can handle whatever lies ahead. Where can you create a bit more space in the body? And where can you create a bit more space in the mind? As you breathe in, think, I am open. As you breathe out to what lies ahead. Inhale, I am open. Exhale to what lies ahead. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take a full deep breath in. And a full deep breath out. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, take your feet to the floor, take your palms, turn them to face down, press into your forearms, let your heart be the first thing to rise, followed by your head. And then just pause, eyes closed. Take a moment to observe and feel the energy moving throughout your body as you readjust to coming back to neutral from a place of openness. Good, and then crack your eyes open. And we'll get ready for our next pose. So you'll take one of your blocks on either side of the body and take both of your feet out in front of you. You're going to take one leg, your left leg, and extend it out long to the side, and then take your right leg and bring your heel right in towards your pubic bone so that you're in kind of this like folded knee position with one leg out long, sort of like a Shavasana in an active class. But the difference here is you're going to let your extended leg fully relax as opposed to flexing your foot towards the ceiling. So just let your leg release wherever it falls. I'm going to take the block over here that's on my left side, place it inside the left leg onto the medium height. I'm going to let my elbow rest on the block and use it sort of as a pillow for my head, as if I'm lounging and relaxing, watching TV. Then you'll take your right hand, reach it all the way up high, stretch it all the way over your head, bend your right elbow, and allow your head to become a rest for the arm. So as we take this half butterfly shape, we're also going to focus on side body opening to help create energy and invigorate the body. So I want for you to breathe from your right hip bone all the way up through your right ribs, across your right arm, and out through your right fingertips. You can close your eyes and just take a scan and notice where you're feeling sensation in the body. If you're not noticing any stretch or tension happening, you can always change the height of your props to a lower setting, or maybe you even remove them completely and allow your left forearm to release to the floor as you stretch their arm over your head. Give yourself permission to set up in whatever way works best for you. Breathe into your right ribs. Allow them to expand fully. Focus on taking full deep breaths in and full deep breaths out. It's so easy to neglect our side bodies in our modern lifestyles. Oftentimes, we're sitting at a computer or in a car, laying on the couch, and in that rounding forward, we allow the ribs and the space between the hips and the shoulders to get small. When you take the time to create space here, you allow the energy of your body to flow more openly so that you can release anything that you're holding on to. Flushing out the energy systems of the body allows you to create space for new positive energy that's waiting for you on the other side. Take full deep breaths in and full deep breaths out. Take another big inhale and full exhale. Now, how we come out of poses is just as important as how we come in. So move slowly. Take your right hand up over your head, place it onto your right leg, and then lift up the head, the spine, moving nice and easy as you come to sit up nice and tall. Okay, you can use your hands to help bend your extended leg, and we'll switch sides. So take your opposite leg out long, your right leg. Let your left foot come in towards your pubic bone so you get a nice bend into your left knee. Reach for your block. Place it on the inside of your right foot. And then you'll take your right elbow, place it right into your block, and allow your hand to be that pillow for your head. Take your left arm, reach it up and all the way over your head. Bend your elbow and allow your head to be the support for your arm so that you can breathe now into your whole left side body, from your left hip all the way up through your fingertips. And notice that it might feel different between two sides, and that's totally okay. So if you need to take a different height setup with your props in order to find the sensation on one side, give yourself permission to do that. It doesn't need to be the exact same setup here. But once you settle in, allow your breath to fill your left side ribs as you inhale and release as you exhale. How much more deeply can you breathe? How much more space can you create? How much more freely can you allow your energy to move in your body so that you let go of any gripping or unnecessary holding on? One of the most wonderful things about this practice of yin is that as we continue to hold these poses, the experience of being in the shapes can change. In taking some extra time to be here, it gives our body and our minds a chance to adjust so that we can move just one layer deeper. We can become curious and observe. We may even come up against a source of slight discomfort. And in that time, we learn how to lean into our breath, to breathe just a bit more deeply, and let go just a little bit more. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. And then move mindfully here. Take your left hand, reach it all the way up, place it on your left leg. Then slowly begin to rise back up. Let your spine restack into one straight line. Pause for a moment. Good. Then open your eyes, bend your right knee, cross your legs, and just come to sit. Okay. Take both of your blocks now, place them at the front of your mat, and take your blanket. Oftentimes, the blankets come folded halfway. I want you to then fold it again long ways, so like a bolster fold. And we'll take this on the left side of your mat. You'll then set up on all fours with your left leg supported by your blanket. So you actually want your knee onto the blanket. You'll take both of your hands onto your blocks and then step your right foot forward between your blocks. Then I'm going to take your tailbone down and forward as far as it feels comfortable for you so that you bring a big stretch across your left hip flexor. You'll take a breath in, allow your chest to move forward, shoulders drop down your back, close your eyes and breathe. Take a few breaths to observe here. And then make a choice for yourself as to what feels best in terms of the height of your hands. So you can keep your hands on the blocks at their high setting. Maybe you move your blocks to the medium or to the low setting, or you might choose to set your blocks completely aside and release your hands down onto the floor. What we're looking for in this pose is a stretch into the psoas and across the hip flexor. So it depends for each of us, because each of our bodies are different, what setup we choose to be able to feel that stretch. Sometimes keeping the hands on the blocks actually allows the hips to move further forward to bring more sensation into that area. So figure out what the best setup is for you, and we'll meet there. Close your eyes and breathe. This shape and the sensation we feel in the hips can sometimes bring up feelings that are intense. And that's because our hips are considered to be sort of the emotional dumping ground of the body. It's where we store past fears and traumas, anxieties, and stress. And it can get locked into this center. And when we settle in for longer, deeper, slower holds and ask the physical body to open up, it enables us to also release whatever it is that we're holding there on an energetic level as well. If you find that to be intense, come back to your breath. Know that with each inhale, you take in more of what you need. And with each exhale, you let go of what no longer serves you. If we can learn to sit with slight discomfort and lean into our breath, we're able to find freedom and joy and space on the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then move slowly as you begin to shift the weight back towards your back leg. Step your front foot forward. Come back to all fours. And just pause for a breath. Good. And then sit back and switch to bring your blanket onto the other side. So you'll now take your blanket underneath your right leg. Allow the whole bottom of your right leg, including your knee, to be supported by your blanket, just for a little extra cushion in this long hold. And then step your left foot forward between your blocks. Firm your tailbone down and forward so that you bring the stretch into your right hip flexor and psoas area. Let your shoulders come down your back away from your ears so your chest can stay lifted. Close your eyes. Settle in here for a moment with your hands on your blocks. And just take time to notice. What does this feel like in the body? And then on this side as well, give yourself permission to change the setup of your blocks, or maybe set them aside completely, and find the space that feels like the right amount of tension and stretch across the right hip. A place where you can settle, close your eyes, and breathe. This is one of the poses that I always come back to whenever someone tells me that yin yoga is easy compared to more active forms of yoga practice like vinyasa, hatha. And while the transitions might not be as intricate, and we might not build as much heat, these poses challenge the body and the mind in different ways. There's challenge in learning to sit and move towards sensation. There's challenge in learning to move towards discomfort. And there's courage in knowing that you're capable of being in that space, of breathing more deeply, knowing that this too shall pass, that nothing is permanent, and that there will be a sense of ease on the other side if you can connect to breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Allow your breath to be a tool to release any intense emotions, thoughts, feelings coming your way. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Move slowly as you begin to ease your hips back. Slide your front foot back so you can come to all fours. Just pause for a full breath in and a full breath out. Good. And then come off of your blanket, set it aside. We'll come to lie down on the back. Take one block with you. Keep your knees bent with both feet out in front of you as you come to lay down. Bring your feet about hips distance apart. We're going to take a supported bridge pose here for our final pose before Shavasana. So press into your feet, lift your hips, and then slide your block underneath your hips right at the sacrum, or the space kind of right above your tailbone, so that your whole lower body, your whole pelvis is supported by your blocks. You can set up either on the medium wide setting or the low setting if that feels more comfortable for you. You just want to make sure that this isn't in your low back. So there shouldn't be any feelings of discomfort from where the block is placed. Then you have the choice today to either keep your knees bent, or if it feels okay, hold on to your block as you extend your legs out long, and then let your legs release in whatever direction feels most comfortable for you, so that you can fully open up across the whole front of your body. Bring your hands by your sides, close your eyes. Breathe into the space around your heart. Let it fill up with air. Breathe into your ribs. Let them fill up with air. Breathe into your belly. Let it fill up with air. Breathe down across your hips, across the pelvis and thighs. Breathe down into your shins, your ankles, and the soles of your feet. And then move that all the way back in the other direction. So breathe into the soles of your feet, and then up through your shins, across your thighs, your hips. Breathe into your belly, your ribs, space around your heart, your arms out through the tips of your fingers, and then all the way up through the crown of your head. And let every inhale let you feel bigger. And let every exhale remind you you're supported. Part of being able to energize the body and the mind is doing so from a place of balance. This practice of yin teaches us about the duality that exists in our lives. Every inhale supported by each exhale. When we fill ourselves up to feel energized, knowing that we're grounded and moving from a place of centeredness, it allows that energy to grow in a way that benefits us, invigorates us, rather than in a way that feels chaotic. Energy grounded by a sense of ease. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. If your legs are extended, rebend your knees, take your feet to the floor, lift your hips up just enough that you can remove your block. Then extend your legs out long in front of you. Drop your hands by your sides to set yourself up for Shavasana, final relaxation. Take a big inhale through your nose. And exhale, sigh it out your mouth. Take this time in final relaxation to observe the energy moving all throughout your body. What does it feel like to be awake, to be alive? What does it feel like to be lying here in this moment, breathing in and breathing out? Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make circles with your wrists and your ankles. And in these final moments, know that anything that is about to come your way is something you are capable of handling. Life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. And when you allow yourself to be open, balanced by also being grounded, you are able to face any challenge and to learn any lesson that is meant for you. On your next breath in, roll to your right side. Bring your knees towards your chest. Pause for one breath in and one breath out. Then come all the way up to a comfortable, easy seated position. Let your hands come to rest on your thighs. Take a full inhale and a complete exhale. Good. Then take one breath in, let your arms rise all the way up over your head. As you breathe out, bring your palms to touch in prayer at the center of your heart. Bow your head down. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up on your mat and moving through this practice. And end your practice with one more full breath in and one more full breath out. Allow your eyes to crack open. I want to thank you so very much for joining me for this Awakening Yin practice. I hope to see you again soon.